Hello everyone, so how are you? So today we are solving this problem, my calendar 1, Leetcode 729. So let's read the question first. So you are implementing a program to use your calendar. Okay, we can add a new event if adding the event will not cause a double booking. Okay, so basically we are given a class like this, my calendar. This is our constructor and this is one booking method. So here we have to modify this class only. Okay, so let's read. So a double booking happens when two events have some non-empty intersection. So basically a double event is like if there is an overlapping. For example, see here, this is an event which is starting at 10 and ending at 20. Okay, but if a new event comes here which is starting at 15 and ending at 25, so there is a overlap, right? 15 is residing between 10 and 20. So this is an invalid thing, right? So this is a double booking, but double booking is not allowed in our case. Okay, so let's go. So we are clear with the double booking. Okay, so overlapping is basically called a double lapping. So the event can be represented as a pair of start and end. Great. The represents booking on the half open interval. Half open in the sense that start time is sure, fixed, but end time is not sure. Just like in real life we say that, right? I am in the queue since 10 o'clock, right? So start time is fixed, but we don't know that what would be the end time. So that is called the half open interval. So the range of real numbers acts such that the start is so yeah, end would be always greater than or equal to start. So this would be the range of it. So we have to implement the my calendar class. This is our my calendar class. So what we have to do is, like, one is the constructor anyway. We have to, whatever data structure we are using, we have to add it, and then we have to complete this method, booking method, book method. So this method is a boolean type. So if this booking means starting at this start time and ending at this time, if this is possible, then we have to return true, otherwise false. This is all what we have to do. Okay, so let's take one example. Let's say I am taking this example. Okay, then we will explore it more. So see here, this is my calendar constructor, which would be called, so this is nothing. Then we are coming here booking. So this is a book method. So what is the input parameter? So start time is 10 and end time is 20, right? So this is first booking, right? So our booking table is basically empty, right? So there is a no problem. There is no question of any overlapping. So we can directly put that yes, this is valid, right? So 10 and 20, once it is valid, we can put this into our whatever data structure we are using, right? I put it here and we can return here what? We can return here true, right? Because this is possible. Now come here for the second time book call, right? This is 15 and 25, right? So we have to take this 15. So we have, this is already booking things, right? So if we come here, this 15 is basically the start time of it is overlapping because this is between 10 and 20. So what will happen? 15 and 25, this would return false because that would not be possible, right? So what is the next? So next one is 20 and 30. So this one I am making as false. Now next is 20 and 30. So we will check here. So see here, this is start time 20 and its end time is 20. So this means it is not considered as a overlapping because anyway as soon as it is ending, this guy is starting. Okay, so 20 is the start time and end is 30. So there is no problem. This should be our true. Okay, so our answer should be true, true for this guy, true, then false, then true. Okay, this is what we have to do. Now we will discuss about how we will do it. Okay, so here I'm taking one better example which would cover a lot of cases. Okay, so let's say this is our already booking stuff, 8, 10, these things. So you, first of all, what we are doing is we are basically storing these values sorted based upon the start time, because start time was our fixed thing, right? So I'm storing them in a sorted start time. Okay, so now let's say this is our sorted thing. Now what will happen is, like, our new request might come, right? Let's say somebody is calling you this book function with some start and end value, right? So they will call book function. Then we have to check whether this would be possible or not. So for example, let's say we are taking 7 and 13, let's say. Okay, so see here, let's say this is our booking call here. So 7 is our start time. Now we know that this is our sorted based upon start time. So we have to check where would be the value where the 7 would be inserted in this one, right? So it would go to very first location because even the very first guy is greater than this guy. So this will go to very first location, right? So then we will check this 7:30, right? The end time. We will check this end time with the end time of the right side guy, right? Because if we insert it, this will come like this, 7 and 7:30, right? 7 and 7:30. This would be before the 8 and 10, like this. So here, first of all, we already checked that 7 will go to the very first location, basically to the left side of this 8, right? But see here, other than this checking, that is fine, start time is fine, we also need to check the end time. Okay, so 7:30 is basically smaller than 10, then this case is fine, right? This case should be fine. But what if that was also like it is starting at 7 and ending at let's say 10:30? In that case, we would go to here, not a problem, at very first location, because we are sorting based upon the start time. But this end time is basically greater than this 10, right? That means this is an overlapping stuff. In that case, it would be false, right? So we have to check in such a way that what kind of the ending and starting value are coming. Okay, so this is one example. Let's take one more example. Suppose we have something like let's say 10:30. Okay, so let's say it is 10:30 or say 11. Better, we will go in a integer way. So let's say we have 11 to 13. Okay, so in this case, what will happen? We will go here, we will check where it should be inserted. So basically it should come somewhere here, right? In that case, but yeah, so this would be greater than this guy on the left side. 11 is greater than this guy, but it is taking again a overlapping value, right? Because 11 to 13, 12 is also coming in between. So in this case, again, this would be like overlapping. So this also would be false, right? But on the other hand, if I take something like 12:30, okay, if I take 12:30 to 1:30, right? So then it will again come here, and its ending time is also smaller than the start time of right guy, right? So basically our this start time should be greater to the end time of left side, and our end time should be smaller to the start time of the right side. This is our approach. So let me write down in a proper way. So at any point of time during the booking, we have to check these things, that our start time should be greater than or equal to the left side of end time, and end time should be greater than or equal to right side of start times. For example, let's say we are booking this guy 12 and 15. So where it would be reside? It would be go here, right? It will go here because left side is 12:15 and right side is 14, right? We are looking for the start time. Now check here. Our start time is 12:15. So we will check first this condition. So 12:15, is it greater than left hand time? Left hand time is 12, right? Left hand time is 12. So yes, it is greater than 12.15, right? 12:15 is greater than 12. So this condition is true. Now we will check for this guy. This is our end time. So end time should be less than or equal to start time of right side. So right side start time is 15 or 14, right? So this is basically smaller, right? Our end time is 13, which is smaller than 14. So this condition are also true. That means this guy is this booking would be true. Now look for this guy 10 and 11. So this would insert it somewhere here, right? So now we will check. So what is the start time of it? It is 10. And what is the end time of left side? It is 10. Okay, so this one is valid because equality is fine. Then we will look for the end time. So what is the end time of it? It is 11. And right side start time? Right side start time is basically 10. That means this is this guy is greater than this end start time of right side. So that means this condition is not becoming true for it. So what it would be? It would be a false, right? So this would be one case. Now in the situations when we are going to the extreme left, like if it was 7 to 10, 7 to 11, let's say, in this case our insertion would be happen at very first location. So there is no possibility of left side because there is nothing on left side. So we will consider this guy as true by default, right? Because there is no left side. Then we have to check this condition. So see here this condition. So what is end time? 11, and end time of right side, it is start time of right side, it would be 8. So this would be a violation. Okay, yeah, this is a violation because 11 is greater than the 8. So then this would give us false, right? This will give us false. Now take one more example. For example, we have something like you can say, let's say we have something like 19 and 19 and 21, let's say. Okay, so in this case what would be the insertion here? Insertion would go somewhere on the right side of this because this is even greater than this 17. So in this case 19 and 21, right? So this case there is no possibility of right side because this guy would be residing at the very end location. So right side would not be possible. So we will skip this condition, then we will look only for this condition. Okay, so start is 19 and it is basically greater than 18, which would be on left side. So in this case this guy would be true. But if this was like 19 and 19 point yeah, anyway it would be, let's say if it was 18, if it was 18 and it was 18 and time was 18.30, 18.30, okay, in that case it would go to the very last location. Okay, and look at here. So there is no possibility of right side, so we have to look only this guy, and start is 18, okay, and the end time is 18. So this guy would be valid. This would also be true. So basically we have to look all those conditions. Now what would be the right data structure to solve this problem? Either we can do one thing, we can we can store them in an array of 2D array, let's say, and we have to sort them based upon start time, and then we have to write a manual binary search. But a better and simple approach would be like we can use some ordered map. Every programming language has certain ordered map. Like in Java we have TreeMap, right? In Java we have TreeMap, and also in C++ we have ordered map, right? All of them, all those programming language has ordered map. So we can use those ordered map. Now next thing is how to find then on the left and right guy. So there is very simple approach for that as well. Let me write down here. So we can write a map, right? Ordered map. So I'm not going any language specific, I'm writing a generic code. So see here, let's say this is our ordered map. I'm calling its name MP. So it is storing integer and integer because we have start and end. So now we have to find, let's say we are booking having like something like for example x and y. Let's say x is start time, y is our end time. Okay, so if we go here, left start. Okay, so this mp dot floor key, and based upon our start time, so x in this case, this will give us the left side start time. Okay, so let's say we were calling something on this 10 and 11, then on 10 if we call this floor key, this will give us the 8 because 8 is the left side start time. Okay, so this will give us the start time of left side. Now because we are starting, so this key, if we find this key, we can easily find similarly we can find the ceiling key as well, means the right side start time. So if we call on 10 in this, right, or let's say we are calling on here 12.15, it will give us 14, right? So this guy will give us 14. Now you can see here in our this case, we need at very first time we need end time, and this time we need start time, right, in these two cases. So with the help of this key, we can easily get from this ordered map the corresponding end time because we are storing the start and end time. So we got the start time here, then we can easily find the map.get of this key. So we will get this guy and time of left side, and this itself is a right time, right side and start time, right? So this will give us right side start time. So, and these two things are only required for us. So end time would be required here, which we can get with the help of this key, and start time is directly we can get it from here, and we will check with the help of these cases. Okay, now I will show you my corresponding code. So see here, first of all what I am doing, I am creating the tree map here. Okay, I am calling its name Kelsey, and then in constructor I am basically initializing it, and this is my booking method. So see here what I am doing, I am taking the left side booking, so previous booking Kelsey.floor key on start. Similarly the next booking on the right side booking Kelsey.ceiling key on the start. Now you can see here what I am doing, if previous book equal to null. So this is the case when we have like case like this, we added 7 and 11, right? So there is nothing on left side. So this start time would be returned what? This would be returning null, right? Because there is nothing on the left side. So same case I am handling here, if previous book equal to null or Kelsey.get previous book. So we got the start time of previous book here. So here I am getting the end time of it. So if the start of my current booking is greater than or equal to the previous book end time, right? Just this thing, right? This thing, first point. Okay, so either this or this condition is true, and for the right side this is our next book ceiling, right? So if next book is either null in the sense when we call it on 19, right? When we call it on 19, it was the last thing, so there was nothing on right of it. So for that reason I am making this either it is equal to null or end time of our booking is smaller or equal to next book start time, right? This time. Okay, so then this guy we are seeing, this guy end is less than or equal to start of right time. Okay, so that condition I am checking here. If this true, okay, this left side and right side both are true, then we are just storing this, because anyway in the tree map we have to store the whatever booking we are making, and once this is stored we can return directly true. If this is not the case, we have to return false. This is all what we have to. So let me execute my code. It is working fine. Let me submit it. Yeah, so it is accepted. So time complexity, because we are using tree map, so time complexity would be n log n. Okay, so this is the best time complexity. Doesn't matter if you are writing your own manual binary search or if you are using tree map or any ordered or set on any programming language, this would be n log n. So thank you for watching this video, and if you guys have any concern, please make a comment over there. Thank you.